Hey y'all, so I'm sitting here, they're working out. Maybe I should be working out with them, huh? But very transparent moment here, okay? Because I I sit at my dining room table and my camera battery finally went dead. It's been on for like, so I bought this new camera. I gotta charge the battery, but we left home at like 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. 4 hours. And I think it's my internet though. It uploads so. Why? No. So I bought this camera to start vlogging and capture like family pictures and stuff. I've all put it back on. Oh my god, yo, these kids need a job. So to capture like family pictures and vlog and stuff, but I'm realizing that this vlog life is not what I thought it was, and the internet we have where we live is just super slow. It sucks, y'all. It really sucks, and we can't get anything else out here, which makes me want to move even more. But I love the camera. It's just I have like a month and a half, pretty much 2 months worth of vlog content on here. It's not a lot, but that I need to get on YouTube. And yes, I did procrastinate and I procrastinated and took my time, and then I'm like, oh my god, June is almost over and I need to get this content uploaded for this channel. So I don't know how much of the photos and videos, but the videos take the longest. But anywho, I'm like, and I don't know how many of you are like this, but I'm like at this place in my life where, okay, it's different. I found myself here before, like just feeling not stuck, but trying to get a clear path of life and what I want to do and what I want to work on. So when I sit at my dining room table or my desk, excuse the mess, or my desk, I get stuck. Like, I'm like, what? I don't even know what to work on. And I'm realizing how important routines are and systems are, because I've never had that like in my life. I guess I can make my hair look a little decent. I'm waiting to get my braids in, but I'm just like, I don't know. And then like this, not this past weekend, because this is the last weekend was the 19th, Juneteenth. So the weekend before, today is Tuesday. So the weekend before, I did my personal development coaching certification to kind of start my journey to becoming a certified life coach. I honestly always wanted to be a psychologist, so I feel like this is a full circle moment for me, as far as like what I've always wanted to do with my life, because I found myself like taking different paths that I didn't really enjoy, and it was because of my own inner stuff. Like I needed to heal from some things, so that's why I got a therapist ending last year, because for some reason God just really strongly put this feeling in my spirit that I needed to go to counseling, and everything aligned. But anyway, I got a video about that. But I'm at this place in my life where I feel like some moments from like my childhood is becoming full circle, because I always wanted to be a psychologist And then I know I've always wanted to help women. I've always wanted to like write. I've always wanted to like have a talk show. I've always wanted to be on TV. And I honestly feel like I'm at a place in my life at 34 years old where I feel like I should be putting my focus back on that. I have done, y'all, the past 10 years, I have done so many things that I've left unfinished, that I didn't enjoy, that I quit on, and it didn't fulfill me. But I know that was also because I had deeper things that I needed to work on, in a sense, in my mindset, heal from things and stuff like that. So I'm honestly in this process of learning to love myself again. And I guess this is taking me back to my childhood, and I'm just being reminded of who I wanted to be. Well, it's crazy because my therapist, my counselor, she said that she asked me in a session, she was like, what did you want to be as a child? And I said, a psychologist. I always said that. I had no idea. I was never exposed to psychology. Mental stuff, mental healing, and all of that was not something that was talked about in my house. So I knew nothing about self-care, keeping your mindset straight. I was never exposed to a psychologist. I don't know. I don't remember or recall, but I used to say as a child that I wanted to be a psychologist. It went from a pediatrician, I think you say pediatrician, to psychologist. And then psychologist kind of stuck. So, but I found myself throughout the years thinking that my passion was business. It is, but not in that way. And I tried to do so many so many things in business, start so many type of businesses, and to not enjoy them. And then I found myself in a place where I was joining like network marketing or direct sales businesses because I just longed for community. It wasn't about the business and selling the product or whatever. It was just because I wanted community. I didn't have relationships, and I had this very deep void of relationships. So I was getting into stuff just for that, and I knew that that was an issue too, for me, because I had to change my perspective and all of that. So here I am, just did the first part of my life coaching certification with the CAP Institute. If y'all don't know who Valerie Burton is, she's amazing. She's a Black woman. And it's crazy because my mom always kept her books in the house when I was young. I remember that. And now I just completed like a certification with her. She's amazing. But I think it's just me finding it hard to let go. And I need to start asking myself like the coaching questions that I've learned that weekend, which was life changing. It was amazing. I even noticed a physical change in my body after going through that weekend of getting that certification. But I keep these moments transparent because it's a struggle, and imposter syndrome is real, or for my godly people, lies from the devil, because he'll have you out here thinking that you're not capable of doing nothing, that he'll have you deep in rejection and all kind of stuff. That's pretty much what imposter syndrome, I guess, stems from. But we'll talk more on that. But I do feel like I want to coach women about, yes, what you been in there doing?
Watching TV.
Watching what? Why are you breathing so hard?
I was in there with them.
Did you read today?
No.
Then no, you can't play yet.
How long do I have to read?
30 minutes.
Okay.
Y'all, it's summertime, and I think one of the hardest things is, I'm not getting off topic, but because we don't live in Florida anymore, we're not close to my parents, and my kids were always at my parents' house. So, with it being summertime, they probably would be over there right now. So, to be here in Georgia, not have family, they're not in summer camps. Um, we just we're home mostly, and me and my husband, we are finding that having summer plans is very important, and that's something that we didn't think about when we were moving here, because we were just so used to them going to their grandparents' house and they would just be there. So y'all, it's trying to keep them productive while I try to get my mind right without putting them first, in a sense where I forget about myself, is hard, because they want to do stuff, they want to be occupied. I'm trying to keep their brains churning for the summer, even though July is pretty much here almost, and they have like one more month and school is going to start. But anywho, where was I at? So yeah, I'm finding myself trying to retrain my brain and go back to what I originally desired to do in life, and let go of all of this stuff that I have been trying to do, things that I keep revisiting, um, thinking I want to be a bookkeeper, thinking I want to actually provide credit repair for people, credit restoration. But honestly, I just want to coach people through things. I don't want to provide a service for anybody. I don't want to do things like for people like that. And I don't know if it's because it's difficult and I'm trying to avoid doing difficult things, because I know that's not possible in life, but I'm trying to figure it out, y'all. Um, I don't enjoy doing credit restoration for other people. Why? Because I'm not a consistent person and I'm working on my consistency, which is why I need systems and routines in place. I'm not a consistent person. I procrastinate, and if I don't enjoy doing something, I don't do it. So I'm trying to work on that part of me. Um, Not avoiding the difficult things anymore, and just eating the frog, like getting the hardest task out of the way first so I can end with the task that I enjoy. But I also am a strong believer in not doing things that you don't enjoy as a career or a job, right? So providing the service of credit restoration is not what I want to do, but I will coach people through it and tell them what to do. They can pay me for that. Um, So I'm just trying to simplify my life, y'all. And I'm trying to do it in a way where, as I'm in this phase of starting over, that I can create this life that I want, that I'm not tied down to anything. So, for instance, if I provided credit restoration as a service for people, I would have to always be available to mail letters out for people. And I don't want to do that. I don't. Um, I don't know. I'm a strong believer in being a hands-on person, and people that I work with, I want them to be hands-on. Um, and I feel very strongly about that. But I've tried so many things over the past 10 years, y'all. I have done so many businesses, started so many businesses, failed, and failed again. Some businesses I've had success in, and I do need to pay attention to what attracts the success for me. Because when I was doing business credit or talking about it, that attracted a few opportunities for me. When I was really clear and focused on my company, Fearless Money Inc., that attracted opportunities for me. And I feel like I need to get back to those things. But I feel drained because I would start and stop, start and stop. So it almost has me at a point where I don't want to start over. And this is the hump that I have to get over. Um, so it's a struggle. So for all my moms out there who are, you may have one or multiples. I have four, and we have one on the way. And I'm just like, I can't live like, I just need to do what I love. And usually what you love is what God has put within you, honestly. But he will take you through things to get you to your destination, right? So I've learned a lot along this journey, and I think I need to look more at what I've learned versus what has failed in the negative and stuff like that. Like, I need to look more at what I've learned on this journey and what I can take with me going forward. And that's the reflection that I need to have versus, oh, I failed. I tried this, I tried that. It didn't work. I'm afraid to go back and do this again because this happened. I'm afraid to start over again. I'm afraid to restart. I have to retrain my brain to think positively about my past experiences. So it's not that I want to keep revisiting the past, but if I revisit the past, I want to look at the lessons that I've learned. That's it. So, there's so much going on that I want to get in order, but I also have to understand, like, I have to take it a step at a time because I find myself wanting to do so much. Like, I want to do stuff for my husband, but I have to understand that he is his own person. He has to figure out his life and his path, and it's not my responsibility to do things for him, but to pray for him and be here to lift him up and help him, and encourage him to keep going. But to do things for him, that's not my duty. So I got to get over that hump. And then with my children, I'm trying so hard to get things straight for them that I will forget about my stuff. I'll put my stuff on hold or whatever concerns me for weeks. And then I'm burnt out. I'm stressed because I'm not getting things done, or I'm not doing things that make me happy or make me feel good. And then I want to get my house in order. Like, I want to get my finances in order. And I honestly believe that it starts with me first. It really does start with me first. Clean my camera off. Y'all see the red. Isn't that so cool? Like, inside my finger. Sorry, y'all. But it starts with me first, and I know if I continue to really put a focus on me without feeling selfish about it, that everything else will flourish. And I mean, when I say put a focus on me, I mean get back in alignment with God first and get back in obedience, because I know exactly what he wants me to do. And when we're not operating in our purpose, our call, and what he wants us to do, everything else around us will seem like chaos. So I have to get back to what I'm called to do. And I already know what that is. But I find myself trying to go here and here and there because I get worried about money. And he tells us to be anxious for nothing. He tells us to not worry about these things because he knows what we need. But he needs us to come to him and surrender these things that we have placed as idols in our lives. He wants us to come lay those at his feet, right? And he wants us to just follow him and follow his word. And he tells us not to worry. He tells us he'll provide all of our needs. He tells us that he will give us peace that surpasses all understanding. He tells us that we have the mind of him, like we have all of this stuff that is ours, but because I get in places like this where I feel stuck, or I feel like, oh my God, what do I do? Or I feel like this and that, and I'm putting this first before this and this and this and everything before God, I'm going to find myself in this situation a lot. So I guess in a sense, I'm pretty much telling myself that it's okay to revisit the past, but revisit it from a different perspective, a perspective of what tests were before me that I didn't pass, or what did I learn from my past that I can make sure that I don't do moving forward? How can I be sure that I don't fall into these ruts again? Or how do I keep pressing forward without getting stuck, or feeling like I don't know what to do, or feeling like an imposter, or listening to the lies of the enemy, right? So that's just my thoughts for right now. Yeah, it's time for me to book a counseling session for sure. I went a few months without talking to her because I felt like I was okay for a little bit, but now I find myself in a place where I need to talk to my counselor. Yeah, and I need to get a coach. Yeah, so this wifehood, motherhood, entrepreneur life is not easy, but these moments are going to be my testimony. These moments are going to be the stories that I'm able to tell other women and wives who find themselves in the same place that I'm in. Um, my story, I just want my story to be able to encourage women. All people see is the good, and honestly that's not the life that I want to just like have people see. Like, oh, you moved to Georgia, congratulations. You moved your family to Georgia, congratulations. Like, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy, and it's not easy now, and I'm just thankful for the grace of God. Let me tell y'all, like, God's grace have been everything in this move, before this move, during this move, after this move, and so on. God's grace has been everything. So anywho, I'm out. Just want to share my thoughts. I hope this was encouragement or it helped you in some type of way. And if it did, please leave me a comment. Go follow me on Instagram at Crystal Clayton _ I think it is. Follow me on Fearless Money Inc. I have something going on over there. Honestly, I'm just taking it day by day. And just remember to glow and affirm yourself and do what makes you happy, because you can't pour from an empty cup.